Join us on Red Hot, the sizzling interview show where we turn up the heat on both questions and wings. With each bite, the temperature gets hotter, revealing not only a taste for fiery flavors, but also an ability to handle the burning questions we've prepared. Hello everyone, my name is Ashley Petrosine, and today I am joined by President Koppell. Thank you for joining us today, and welcome to the show.
I'm excited.
How are you enjoying your time at Montclair State University
I love it.
so far?
I couldn't be happier to be here. I love everything about the campus. I love the people. I love the students particularly, and it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
Great.
Now we got to get down to business.
Now we do have to get down to business. So before I ask you your first question, we're gonna take our wing and we're gonna go into the hot Thai chili.
The hot Thai chili is first.
Hot Thai chili.
You made this yourself, right? You cooked it last night?
Sure. Doing this together?
Yeah.
All right.
I think it's pretty good. So for me, wings have a very specific meaning, which is I buy wings, and this is really the only time is when I'm watching football with my son. Wings are required.
Sunday football?
Sunday football.
Sunday football.
All right, we buy wings. So, I don't know, can we put on a game while we're sitting here?
Right here.
Okay, we'll
right
imagine.
There.
We'll imagine.
Yep.
All right, that was pretty good.
What made you want to become a university president?
I actually had this idea of being a university president for a long time. When I was in college, I actually took a grad school class on university leadership and administration.
Yeah.
And the reason why I thought universities were interesting places where people are doing interesting things, and I just thought universities could be powerful tools to make the world a better place, and they weren't being fully exploited.
Right.
And so I was like, I could do that. I could do that better than what people are currently doing. And so that was always in the back of my head, even when I was getting my PhD and being a scholar and writing books and all the things that professors do, which I like. I like all those things. But I always had in my mind, if I were someday at the controls and I could be the architect of this thing, I think we could do some stuff that would be pretty cool.
Right.
And so I just needed to be at the right place. And Montclair was the right place because people embrace that idea and they're excited about it and the community is excited about it. So it really just sort of, you asked like, am I happy to be here? Like, yeah, because I'm in the right place to do what I originally set out to do.
Yeah, and we do things like this.
Exactly, and I can like, no, and this is part of it, right? Like to be able to work with all of these students who are producing this video and to talk to you, like, that's pretty good. Like, I'm at work right now.
That's awesome.
Like, that's pretty good.
All right.
All right, we moving on to the next one?
We are.
It says it's Cayenne Habanero.
Yep.
It sounds a little more intimidating.
And it definitely will be.
All right, here we go. There's no overhead. There should be an overhead camera.
Some nice chandelier
No, a shot. There should be a shot. Notes for next one. There should be a dip cam.
A dip cam?
Yeah, slow motion dip cam.
Slow motion dip cam.
Okay.
Maybe sponsored.
Maybe sponsored.
There you go. All right, here we go. Do you think that's hotter than the first one?
No, I don't think so. I think I like that one better though.
Oh, interesting. Because I was going to say I don't care for that one.
I don't know if I would eat it all the time, but I do like it.
Yeah, that's not my cup of tea.
You know what? That's okay.
Thank you for validating. I feel seen.
After being here for, more than 2 years, what do you think makes the Montclair community so special and unique compared to your time being at Yale and Arizona State University?
I really love the students. I love interacting with the students. And I think what's different about the students at Montclair students are eager to soak up everything that they can get. Like they're like, I'm here, like I'm spending money, I'm spending time, I'm spending energy, like I'm gonna get everything out of this that I possibly can. Honestly, there's a lot of similarity to ASU in terms of the vibe of the students and the feeling on the campus. Because ASU, like Montclair, a lot of kids are the first in their family to go to college. A lot of people are really aspirational, but there's that similar sort of aspirational vibe. The other part that I think sets Montclair apart from other schools. You would never know, and students say this, so now I'm repeating back what you and what your colleagues say to me.
Yeah.
You would never know that this is a really big school.
No, you wouldn't.
Right? Like that, and I feel like students say that to me, and I feel it when I walk around it. Like it feels more intimate. It's like it hasn't lost that small college kind of feeling. I'm sure you know this. So you talk to people who've transferred from other schools, and they're like,
absolutely,
no, they're like, this is different. Montclair's different.
And I can say that they've actually liked it better here.
Yeah.
Than at their previous schools.
No, we don't talk to the people who leave, but
Number 3, traditional hot.
Yeah.
So we're moving up on the scale.
We are.
Slowly but surely.
I'm confused, by the way. This one looks like tomato soup.
It does a little bit. It's very smooth.
Yeah, it's weird. It doesn't look like hot sauce. So just saying, it's a little weird.
I'm not very good at eating wings.
It's good to have life goals. You can improve.
I think that is going to be one of them. Eating. Okay.
That doesn't have that much taste. What do you think? It just doesn't have that much taste, period. It just tastes a little hot. Mm-hmm. So
I'm doing a lot better than I expected.
You're doing better? Mm-hmm. Why? You thought you were going to fade fast?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, we're only number 3. Give yourself some time. Got to build it up.
It's definitely building.
Yeah, that one was hotter. I think that one was hotter. I agree with that. Because I feel it on my lips.
Yes, and you did say that earlier about feeling it more on your lips than...
I did a pepper eating contest, and I realized that it was the lips. The lips are the place where you feel the heat. So I feel that one. I feel a little tingle on my lips.
Did you have
a probably not good. It's probably not good that it's on number 3. I'm feeling it already. Yeah. That might not be a good sign.
That's why we have the milk and the water, so...
I know, but I think part of the problem is it's like hard to get the milk on the outside of your lips. Stay tuned for hilarity as we try to soak our lips in milk. That should keep the viewers around.
How has Montclair changed in your time of being here, and what are you most proud of?
I came with a whole bunch of ideas and a lot of energy, and people were really enthusiastic about that. And what's exciting is that now I'm feeling it come back at me, right? So that people are coming with ideas of their own. I think that in some ways, what happened as a result of my coming and saying, well, why don't we do this? And why don't we do this? And why can't Montclair be this? It kind of frees people to be creative and imaginative and say, well, yeah, like, well, why can't we do this idea? And why can't we do this idea? And I've felt that over the last couple of years, which is a short period of time, right? Just the other day, we announced this apprenticeship program to train teachers. So now, you know how there are people who are in the classroom, like classroom aides or something like that?
Yep.
And they're called paraprofessionals. And most of those folks don't have college degrees, and so they can't get a teaching certificate. So I remember we met with a school district, and I was like, well, why don't we just create some sort of program so they're getting credit for what they're doing, and we put them on a degree pathway, and we get them to a teaching certificate. And people started working on that, and it was out there, and so all of a sudden, you know, people were like, well, let's try and do that. And now it exists. And so when people see that happening, that's sort of a booster shot of energy that I think takes folks who have creative juices and now they're like, all right, it's worth some of the aches and pains because I actually might get something done. The key is to create a place where everybody feels like they have the opportunity to contribute and do cool new things. And I feel like that's evolving, and I feel like that's changed a bit even in the 2 years that I've been here.
Tangy Hot.
Tangy Hot. Tangy Hot looks hot.
I've never seen somebody eat wings worse than me, if we're being honest here.
You're not eating a lot of wings. I mean, I think that's an issue also.
It's for off camera.
What?
I can finish it off camera.
You're not gonna finish it off camera. You have like these adorable little mouse bites on your wings.
All right, so we are heating up.
Yes, but I like that one better than the previous one.
Unpopular opinion, I still think the Cayenne Habanero is my favorite.
It's just crazy talk. I'm sorry. No.
If you could switch jobs with anyone on campus, who would it be?
Am I gonna get away with it? No, I have the perfect job. I don't want a different job. I think that's honest. That's the honest truth, is I like my job. I can't think of a person who I would, let me think.
Or maybe even what would you want to try for a day if you had to put yourself in a different job position?
Well, this isn't exactly switching, and so this is good. I'm going to commit on air. What I miss is I really like being a teacher. I like talking to students the way we're talking now, and I like interacting with students on campus. It's really gratifying if you've ever taught. Like when you reach a student, they're like, oh, I didn't realize that. I haven't. That's fun. That's fun. So this is the question in a funny way is a good poke in my ribs to say, okay, you need to get back to do that. This is good. You've stiffened my resolve to get back to where I should be. I should be in a classroom.
And that you will be.
So I don't have to choose. I don't have to trade. I can do both. That's the good thing.
I think we'll like this one.
I think it's maroon, so it's friendly.
Yeah. It kind of looks like the first one.
It doesn't have the orange. It doesn't have the orange to it. All right, here we go.
This one I said I would go all in for.
The arrow is still in yellow, too.
Yes. Yep, we have a few more that are in the yellow region.
That's not hot at all.
Oh, yum.
That's not hot at all.
New favorite.
That's just like sugary, sweet barbecue sauce. So it's funny. I'm gonna have some water because it's too sweet. It's not. I mean, I guess it's spicy, but what I taste is the sugar.
I'm gonna need the name of that one. All right.
Too sweet.
I'll probably start. The milk is. I see it out of the corner of my eye.
Oh, you're feeling.
I might have to go to it soon.
You wanted to go for the milk. You felt it call to you.
Yes. Okay.
Just reach for the milk, and your journey will be complete.
I think you're gonna like this question.
Okay.
So, some say you look like the acclaimed actor Keanu Reeves. So, tell us, how do you juggle being both a president at a university and a famed action star? You know, could you give us a little walkthrough of your day-to-day?
The best guy in Hollywood. I mean, everybody knows Keanu. It's just the best. I've heard, I get that a lot. The person most responsible for this is the mayor of Paterson, New Jersey, who tells everybody in the world that he'll listen to is that I am Keanu Reeves. I think it's a bit much, but people do get it. And I was in Seattle a couple weeks ago, and no joke, I'm walking down the street, and this street vendor selling stuff, he's like, "Hey, John Wick, dude, what's going on?" And I was like
I said, you are him.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, so no, I'm friendly Keanu Reeves, not John Wick.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
And it is hard. All right, what's next?
Wenzel.
Wenzel, I like that.
Wenzel.
I don't think it's pronounced Wenzel, but I'm going to say it that way because I like it.
This one's also kind of
Wenzel looks hot.
thick. Yeah.
It is thick, but it has that orangey glow to it.
I can feel my eyes tearing up.
So
but I can't back down yet. I can't back down yet.
But that one's pretty. I actually like the taste of that one. It's hot. It's hotter. That's definitely the hottest one, don't you think?
So far, yeah.
Yeah, you sniffled. I just heard it.
I did. It's getting to me a little bit.
Yeah, I got it. No, that one was hot, but I like the way that one tastes.
Could you eventually see Montclair becoming a D1 school?
You know, that's been a topic for a long time of
Right.
should we be D1? And people say, we're one of the biggest D3. We're one of the biggest D3 schools. Honestly, it was looked at, and there was a study done a few years ago, and it confirmed what I would have said. But it's nice to have the information. I just don't think it adds value for us. I don't think it would make us a better school. In order for us to be a D1 school, we would literally have to spend hundreds of millions of dollars on a whole bunch of things that people don't realize. It's not just a matter of you spiff up the football field a little bit. I mean, you spend hundreds of millions of dollars on facilities, on scholarships, on staff, it's a huge investment, and not one time. It's an ongoing investment. It's not going to be the transformative thing that people think it might be. There's ideas of how we could have our cake and eat it too, but the main answer to the question is, I don't think it makes Montclair a better university.
Right. And I think we really do thrive too. You know, men's soccer just won the NJAC championship, and now we have basketball season coming up, and Panzer's packed.
Yeah.
Every game that I've been to so far, every game that I've watched, packed.
Yeah, I've noticed even in the last couple of years, they seem to have better attendance at all the games. It's great. I think it's great. What are we up to?
Green pepper.
Green pepper. Still in the yellow zone.
Reaching the red. Reaching the red. Okay.
Ready.
It tastes like a pickle.
Not good though. That don't impress me much.
I think I'm gonna have to
the
do what
great
you're doing. I think
Shania
I might
Twain
go a
said.
little bit for the milk, just to kind of get ready for the Korean hot sauce
She's milking.
and the ghost pepper.
She's gone to milk.
I am. Yep.
DEFCON milk. Send that one back.
All right. So
This probably wouldn't be for the university president, but I think that an enhancement would be a tequila shot with every wing.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I think that would also get better answers to the questions.
Okay.
Just
We'll
a
take it
suggestion.
into account.
Yeah, just a suggestion. Put it on the production notes.
Yes, along with the
Yeah.
dip can.
Yeah,
Yep.
I think that could work. All right.
Okay. So,
Only for students who are 21 and over. Everybody clear on that?
and I would happen to be 21.
Yes.
So, it's perfect.
Also, don't drink and drive.
No. Nope, nope, nope.
Anything
That's
else?
why we have Uber.
Anything else?
Drink responsibly. Drink. Nope.
Yeah.
Drive sober
No
or
one
get
say
pulled
when.
over. That's what it is.
I think we got it covered.
Yeah. Next question.
Yeah.
Is there a plan for a new student center? And if so, what should we expect?
You didn't see it? It's opening next week. Yeah, it's great.
You know what's funny is I'm not over there too much.
Oh yeah,
I pack
that thing
Panzer.
with that big structure with the canvas.
Yeah,
it's really
yep.
nice. You're gonna like it. We recognize that the student center is too small for the student population that we have. We're gathering information and hiring some people to sort of think through the answer to the following question: What is a student center, and more broadly, what kind of spaces will students want? Not next year, but in 2035, right? Because that's really what we're building. That's really what we're building for. And it was actually underscored for me where I saw some pictures that were sent to me of the student center when it was brand new. So it was around 1970, and there was basically nothing north of the student center, and there was a road that went around. Here's a fun fact for you.
Let's hear it.
There used to be a gas station behind the student center. And we were like the only campus in the country that had its own gas station.
Okay.
And there's this picture from the 70s of people lining up to buy gas at the gas station behind the student center. And the cars are lined up all the way down. If you can picture it, it was a road where just people could drive down by University Center and behind Calcia down towards the Castor Theater. That was a road, and the cars were lined up all the way down of people just waiting to buy their gas at the university gas station.
Wow.
So yeah, those were the days. The funny thing about our campus is we've grown, right? And we keep growing up the hill in some sense. And you can kind of tell where the back of the campus used to be, because you have the back side of these buildings that are really ugly, because people are like, well, don't worry about that, it's the back of the building.
Right.
And you're like, but then as we've grown, it's no longer the back of the building. And it's like, uh-oh, this is now like our front yard, and it looks terrible. So short answer is yes. It will not be while you're a student at Montclair, but hopefully by the time you come back for, I'll be vague, a reunion, there will be a new student center or buildings that constitute student center that you can visit and say, I remember talking about that over wings. All right,
Okay.
What are we up to?
Korean hot sauce.
All right. By the way, the arrow is on red for this one.
All right.
Just saying.
I know you're drinking water now, but
This may get me into milk territory.
I think I gotta give it some time to kick in. Okay.
It doesn't have, the problem is, this is the problem. Here's the problem with these hot sauces in general.
Tell me.
They're substituting hot for taste.
Okay.
They need more flavor.
I think it also, you talked about your pepper eating contest.
Yeah.
I think when you're going straight from the pepper is a lot different than turning it into a sauce because you
Yes.
have all these other things that come
There's
into
other
account
things
with it.
going on.
Right.
It's true.
So, with the record-breaking enrollment and growing wait list for
Oh wait,
campus housing,
I feel it. I feel what's coming. I feel what's coming.
could we see an expansion of on-campus housing in the near future?
Oh, I thought it was gonna be parking. That's a little disappointing.
Not yet, but I know we just talked about, the campus layout, the space we have. So it's very similar to the student center question in a way.
I think we're at the stage where yes, we're gonna look at increasing the supply of housing on campus, and as you know, we had so much demand for housing this year that some folks are living at Bloomfield College this semester, and that's going great. I've heard that they're enjoying it, and it's kind of a cool place to live. So I'm not surprised. But yeah, look, a lot of universities have gotten themselves in trouble by building housing, thinking like there's always going to be there's always going to be students, and what could possibly go wrong, right? And then it turns out you're paying off loans for housing that's empty. So we didn't want to do that. But I think we now have a level of comfort that the demand for housing is there. And so, yes, we'll do it. And we'll do something that I think meets what happens in the housing front is that students want to live in apartments less than the sort of dorms without kitchens. And so that's what we found. And so we'll probably do something to meet that demand. And we're getting that in motion. We're getting that in motion now. Because we've now pretty consistently hitting demand. Yeah, I think you'll see that in the next couple of years. We'll see some additional housing on campus.
All right.
It'll be good. All right, ghost pepper.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. There is a skull there's a skull. I don't know
You're right. That's the only one with
There's
the
a
skull.
Like, that doesn't scare me though, I'm just saying. Your skull doesn't scare me, ghost pepper sauce. You look a little scared.
You could tell?
Yeah. But I see like peppery things in this one.
Yeah, more so than...
This is the only one where you can see spicy things swimming around.
I feel like the first one had some stuff too, but...
All right, here we go.
Wow, you can smell it too.
Yeah, that's the hottest one. See, Ashley's fine.
On the outside.
On the outside only, okay. That's hot. So I feel that on my lips. That was hot. I'm having milk for that one.
Yeah, that one I can feel kind of in my throat a little bit.
But it doesn't have any taste.
But it's not to the point where I feel like...
No, I'm not like gonna die.
I would need to like spit it out or...
So are these the same ones? So somebody who knows this, like I watched one of those YouTube videos and the guy was like crying and sweating. Is this the same stuff?
Next time. Producer next.
So...
You babying me?
You babying me? You condescending me with your hot sauce?
I guess you're just gonna have to come back
That's
for more
lame.
questions.
Lame.
So my milk is almost all gone.
They pulled punches with the hot sauce. But
It's
that
on
one-
my tongue.
I can see that. I can see your thing. I know I feel that one. It's like a little on the corners of my mouth. I feel it. It's hot. All right, what do you got?
So with this hottest sauce, we have a hot question.
Ooh.
Is there a plan to address the traffic situation on campus?
Every Montclair student is going to get their own parking space. It's going to be reserved for them 24 hours a day. It's going to be heated.
Oh.
And there's going to be free car wash. No, that's not happening. The challenge is this. We are sort of landlocked, right? And so there's only a couple ways, and there's actually more ways off. There's more ways on campus than off. And so the problem is there's just no magic solution to somehow get cars off campus more quickly. People may know. So now I'm feeling it. It's coming later, right?
Yeah.
The hot. From that one.
Yeah.
It's
I'm trying to
definitely
keep
coming
my
later.
composure right now.
I'm good. You're struggling?
Just a little bit.
You look okay.
Good.
So the trouble is the university tried to make Yogi Berra Drive a two-way street.
Okay.
But there was a whole big fight, like 15 years, and that didn't work out. There's no good way around that. And so what we need to do, to be honest, is like a lot of the world. We need to figure out ways for people to get on and off campus other than driving their own car, right? So I'd like to, we're looking at ways to maybe improve shuttle service to go to the train stations, because if we could make it easier to commute to campus by train, I think that would make a big difference. If we could incentivize, people to carpool, things like that. One of the things that we will be changing is some of the course scheduling, which now, in some ways, it sort of incentivizes people to mush all their classes onto Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, right? Because you can't do afternoon classes on Wednesday, and so I can reduce my trips to campus, and so now everybody's coming at the same time, and so that. Oh, look, I just sniffled. See, it's there.
Kicking in.
It's kicking in. I joke about hearing about it, but I do hear it, and we do get it, and I do know that it needs to get better, and we're working at it. I just want people to realize there's natural boundaries
preventing it from happening right now.
It is what it is. We're very hopeful that the construction is basically done on 46.
Oh, it's awesome now.
So
it's great.
I think that's gonna speed people getting off.
Yeah.
The 46, the 46 way. So I don't know. I'm optimistic that we can make it better. But it's never gonna be the case that there's zero.
All right. So you have answered all the questions that everybody wanted to hear and that everybody has given us.
All right, that was fun.
Thank you so much for being here today.
I feel like then they're gonna get me like the most nuclear hot sauces ever.
We're gonna have to
put me in my place. I understand.
I'm gonna have to bring it up, but it definitely got me.
All right.
It got me. So
good.
But thank you again.
All right, my pleasure. That was fun.
This was great.
Cheers.
Cheers.
By the way, we're such pros. We both had the
kept it the entire time.
Lisa, we're not some amateur hour.
No.